up, Genji? Nice, Genji.
Nice.
Do you want to absolutely destroy Sombra players just like this? Stay tuned and I will teach you my secrets. Let's start with the basics. If she goes in within dash distance, closing the gap and forcing her out is almost always a beneficial trade, as most of the time she will take longer than you to reset and come back to the fight. Bonus points if you manage to get the kill. Depending on how well this trade goes, your team will temporarily be able to push without having to worry about invisible hacks screwing with their plans, which is a huge dub. Moving on to more complex topics, let's beat Sombra at her own game, which means playing like a rat. In this example, our team has a massive default advantage due to high ground control, so my job is to prevent the enemy team from staging a dive powerful enough to take space from us, thus ensuring that the odds are always in our favor. Unfortunately, things didn't work out as planned, since we somehow lost a lot of the map. But it's important to note that this wasn't my fault, as I did my job perfectly in that fight. Remember, there are variables in the game outside of your control, so focus on what you can affect. In this next clip, I wanted to use my default hiding spots to hit the backline for free, but had to change plans once I saw they had a Sombra. Double jumping here was stupid, as it messed with my aim and let her hack me for free. But thankfully I stayed calm and used my misplay to bait her into a false sense of security and get a free kill. It's interesting to note how I subconsciously used deflect to animation cancel my second shot and immediately cancelled it with a conscious flick dash to steal the mega from Sombra once she got close to it, essentially showcasing how the duel was played on autopilot, as I was focused on timing my dash just right for this strat to work. Speaking of big brain plays, let's talk about health pack fights. Sure, they can be pretty scary, but you cannot allow yourself to be afraid during them, or you will never win. Remember, most Sombra players you will find in ranked aren't very good at her, as they're usually picking the hero in an attempt to ruin the day of an annoying OTP on the enemy team, foolishly thinking that they have the skill required to pull that off. Be confident, keep your crosshair at head level and try to read your opponent's strafe pattern. The trick here is to let them do the aiming for you. Position your crosshair inside their limited range of motion, which will be around the hacked health pack. Wait for them to walk into it, then shoot for a nice initial burst. To finish them off, simply repeat this process, but do it fast. If they don't walk into your crosshair again, do a small flick to correct your aim. Pay attention to this next play. Sombra.
Winston as well, looks like. Oh no, Hog. Her's going far on the coast.
No translocator. See what I did there? Here's another one.
I see one.
If you find Sombra's translocator and destroy it once she goes in, suddenly the hunter becomes the hunted. In this Dorado match, the Pharah Mercy spam plus Sombra dives made it very hard for my backline to stay alive, so Diva and I would have a lot of trouble fighting for high ground without proper support, and getting picks would be extremely hard. To me, this was a sign to hunt translocator, as killing Sombra would let our team breathe and things could flow from there. But unfortunately, I was a tiny bit too late to catch her in this engagement, and that cost us the game, as Sombra was now aware of my shenanigans and didn't let her guard down again, leaving us with no openings due to the massive advantage defense has on this map, which was managed very well by the enemy team. To pull off plays like these, you'll need a good understanding of Sombra's gameplay cycle and the map being played, but the most important part is simply keeping your eyes open.
Found Sombra. On me.
See what I mean? Once Sombra teleports out, the game literally tells you the direction she went, so all you need to do is think about the likely translocator spots in that area. In this case, I quickly peeked and saw her close to the health pack walking towards the bridge, which tells me exactly how she's gonna play. Isn't that amazing? Checkmate. Wait. But how did I figure her out that quickly? It's actually quite simple. To start, the Hanzo kill strongly incentivizes her to play Sombra 76 for a bit to keep up the tempo, which is confirmed by her pathing choice. This means that the translocator is either on the Mega or hidden close to it, or she tossed it far back to make it harder to access. Knowing how the average ranked Sombra plays, it's pretty safe to assume that she doesn't expect to be under any danger after getting out, so in her mind, the best place for the TP is the health pack, as that would give her the highest uptime in the fight. Oh yeah, let me quickly mention a neat aim trick you might have missed in the previous clip. Notice how I use my dash to move 90 degrees around Sombra, transforming her lateral strafes into a forward and backward motion that makes my next shot basically a guaranteed hit. Really cool stuff. Okay, it's about time we turned on our legal wall hack. Shh.
To the top.
Sound clues can be very hard to pick up, but they hold some incredibly valuable information that simply isn't available in any other way. I only managed to get an accurate blind dash onto Sombra because of her teleport voice line, as I had no other way of knowing where she went. Same goes for the intro clip. As she was literally invisible, I got extremely lucky on that one. To finish things off, let's combine everything we have learned into one super smart play. Since we are fighting for space, I forced Sombra out before moving up, looking to pressure a bit while waiting for my dash cooldown.
I'm dead.
I turned to peel since we need Doom to win, and I know exactly where Sombra is set up. Deflect lets me close the gap safely while reading her strafe pattern. Easy.